So let's look at Gbpjpy on monthly time frame. And I like to look back into the price action starting from 1989. In 1989, price created a top layer supply roof two times. And after that, broke that supply roof, turned it to a demand floor. That makes you an SR. Support become resistance and break of structure. And this is your demand floor. So when price returned, you respected it as an SR level before the break of that demand floor. Came back here as retest 1 in 1992 and came back 2007 as a RT2 to retest a broken structure. This is head and shoulder. This is head and shoulder. This is the left shoulder. This is the head and this is the right shoulder. This is the neckline. Retest 1, retest 2. So this is price action over 20 years ago. Yes. So why are we looking back? We're looking back to ascertain how the market moves. That sometimes trading is not just all about demand and supply. It's also about looking back in time to see pattern of trade and the angle of trend. So this becomes my top layer supply roof, meaning in the future. Now you can see the last time price reached, look at the bearish drop. The last time they came here was in 1992. Look at the bearish drop. They came here in 2007. Look at the bearish drop. So if buyers can manage to break away from this roof, if a breakout from this roof, we ultimately return price here to where market has been buying since 1992 and 2007. So that makes that area a top layer supply roof. Yes, so that makes here a top layer supply roof. So the next thing we want to see is another level of price action where SR becomes RS. We have here strong structure. We have here an SR level breaker structure. Price return here as an RS and respected it. The two RS structures give us another ascending trend line. And when that RS level was broken, price came back here to retest it, giving us SR. A break of that SR level return price to RS. And we respected it again as another RS level. Break of the RS level, price returns here on demand, making here a very strong psychological ascending trend line and also another demand floor due to the price action. The interchange between supply and demand was what made there a strong demand floor. And buyers have broken from that structure after testing it on multiple times. They started turning it to SR level, SR1, SR2. Went on to retest from another neckline of a broken head and shoulder chart pattern. And we have received impulse from there. On that impulse we received, just like we received impulse in 1992, market has dropped, broke that demand floor. A break of a demand floor calls for retest as a supply roof, and that was why price have come here and retested it as RT1 and returned here to retest it RT2 in July 2024. The first retest was in August 2015, and it came back in July 2024 to retest it. And since then, that GU has held firmly and refused to go down. But one thing we must also note is the breakout from a descending trend line. We have a structure here in 2006 and another head and shoulder pattern. This is another shoulder, this is another shoulder, this is the head, this is another shoulder, right? And price came down, broke the neckline. This is the neckline of that head and shoulder and retested it RT1, another retest RT2, another retest RT3, break of structure. So indicating that GU is on a buy continuation. Sorry, GJ is on a buy continuation. So what we'll see here is a continuous buy for GJ. So GJ will continue to buy GJ will continue to buy. And if you look from the 2020, the market has been in uptrend since 2020, supported by an ascending trend line on a monthly close. So you can see that GJ has kept that bullish impulse. And on the monthly close, this is a monthly close chart. This is a monthly close chart. So you can see the price has been on an upward movement. So that is what you get. And the last time it came here was in April on that ascending trend line, and it was respected. And you have seen that GJ continue to move in uptrend. I think GJ uptrend will continue until we see if we can break out from the structure. So let's look at it on weekly and see if something's become clearer to us. So on a weekly time frame, the market lies on a stronger supply roof on our descending trend line, and we're looking for a breakout on daily. So I want to see a daily breakout. So if we get a daily breakout from that structure, a daily breakout from this supply roof, this a double top structure, if we break out from there and also break out from the descending trend line, it gives us a buy confirmation to go long. So I think GJ, you have to be looking forward to going long for GJ. You have to look forward for that. Look forward for to go long in GJ. We also have another trend here, backed. Have another trend backed idea. On daily time frame, you can see that daily trend line. And now we have a W structure. So all we need now is a break of the neckline of that W structure. If we have that broken, then GJ can now leverage on this and return here. For me, I think GJ is going to have a very long recovery. It's going to have a long recovery, at least into this structure. Honestly, it will have a very long recovery into that structure. The probability is very high that it will have a long recovery into that structure. There is a high probability that it will recover into that structure. So, and our aim is to see GJ come here for final sell drop. If it comes here, we'll begin to see that some of the BOJ Bank of Japan monetary policies might change the return price into here, where they hope to recover from economic losses. So this also is going to be another demand floor. If it's broken as a supply roof, we use it as a demand floor. Price come back here, it will hold price. So that's what we'll have. So I think GJ, the best thing is to allow, we want to see a clear day candle breakout. Although the daily candle on Friday broke away from that structure, but we want a further confirmation. And if we have a clear breakout, let price return back to a broken supply roof and we use it as a demand floor and buy. So GJ remains buy. GJ remains buy, backed by a daily ascending trend line. So that is what we have here for GJ.